Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Leslie. You're in my kitchen down here on the farm, and I couldn't be any happier to have you here. If you're new and haven't subscribed, I would love for you to do so. I upload content on cooking mainly, occasional farm videos, ministry videos, grocery hauls, day in the life of, a little bit of everything here on this channel. Mainly cooking though. So today we're taking just a quick little break from our crock pot series. It'll pick right back up. I just have some things for a recipe that I need to use before they go bad. And so I want to get this recipe made and tried. And so with that being said, don't go anywhere. We're doing a chicken and asparagus casserole.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open. Yeah, the countryside.
Okay, so the first thing I'm doing right now is, and I'm just going to talk to you. You don't have to watch me. I'm just cutting the ends off of the asparagus, kind of the woodsy part. And I could save those for soups or for stock or for anything like that. But I'm not going to today because I have too much going on to worry about it and to... So I'm just going to cut these up into like inch and a half pieces. And I'm putting them in a bowl, and we're just going to put a little water and salt in it and just steam them up in the microwave. Get them ready. I just want to do a little pre-cook to them, so we're just going to do that. Like I said, we've been doing a crock pot recipe. It has gone so well. I think we're going to keep it going. I don't know for how long, but we are just taking this little break so I can use these ingredients up before they go bad. And it being the asparagus, that's the main thing, because, you know, once your asparagus starts getting slimy, that's not a good day. That's not a good day. So, okay, I'm going to get this going. I'm also going to cube up some chicken and kind of brown it in a skillet. And so I'll meet you back here as soon as I get that going and done. Okay, everyone, here in my skillet I have some, oops, I'm dropping chicken juice. At least I was going in the frying pan with it, thank goodness. We have some chicken here we're going to put in. I'm still spilling the juice, but that's okay. I'm just going to go in here with this chicken, and we'll see. I'm going to wash my hands, wash my board, and we'll season it up, and I'll be right back. All right, let's get this seasoned up. I'm just going to season with some salt and pepper. And stir it around. That was about 5 to 6 tablespoons of butter. And we're just going to get this chicken brown. And then we're going to remove it and cook up some more stuff. All right. Be back in just a little bit. So while my chicken is browning, we don't have to cook it all the way. We just need to brown it. I've got some Swiss cheese here that I'm going to grate. And I have one of those things that suction cups to the countertop, and I love it. But sometimes when I'm in a hurry, it's just easier to get out my Pampered Chef thing here and go at it. But now the Swiss is kind of it's not necessarily a hard cheese, but it doesn't grate quite as easily as your cheddars. I mean, I guess Swiss, I don't know what Swiss is considered. But anyway, I'm just going to keep grating this cheese. I'm going to watch my knuckles and fingers in the process. And I will meet you guys back here in just a little bit. Okay, everyone, I've gotten the chicken out. I have shredded my cheese. I'm going in here. It's popping. Sorry. I'm going in with some onions. And I've got some sliced mushrooms that I've rinsed, and we're going in here with those. And we're going to saute them up. And once they get soft, we'll be ready to do the next thing. In order to save time, let's just go ahead and keep this thing rolling. While the onions and mushrooms are sauteing, I am going to layer the bottom of this casserole dish. I'm using a 9x13, but that may be a little too big. But I'm just going to put the chicken all along the bottom. There we go. We're going to get all those wonderful juices out. And I probably needed more chicken, but I just grabbed what I had. So, okay. All right, so on top of the chicken, we're going to go in with my steamed asparagus. We're just going to layer that right up here on top of this chicken. All right. Don't that look good? Do y'all like asparagus like I do? I love asparagus. Absolutely love asparagus. I love to see a restaurant with that on the menu as a side. Okay, I'm going to check on the mushrooms and onions, and I'll meet you over at the stove. Okay, everyone, the onions and the mushrooms have sauteed, so we're going to go in with some chicken broth, about a half a cup of chicken broth. I've got about 3/4 cup of heavy cream that I'm going to spill everywhere. Oh. I'll give it a splash or two more since I spilled it. Of course, you guys missed it. Thank goodness. Okay, I'm going to salt and pepper this again. I'm reaching across. Forgive me. Pepper. Salt and some thyme. Where did I do with my thyme? There it is. Y'all, I know I don't need to say this for my normal viewers, but I am just a home cook. So I don't have sous chefs out here helping me get things ready. So oftentimes I have things that aren't prepared. Okay, so to that, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and I'm just going to eyeball that. That looked pretty good right there. We'll stop at that. All right, I'm going to get a little whisk. We're going to whisk that mayonnaise in. I've got my heat on low right now, because I don't really want to boil the milk per se, but I just want it to kind of simmer. So it's okay if it slightly bubbles up just a little bit. Okay, so also I'm going to add in a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and there again, I'm going to eyeball. That's a healthy tablespoon. A little bit of either lemon or lime juice, whichever you have on hand. All right. So to this, I'm going to add in my Swiss cheese and some grated Parmesan. We're going in with about 1/2 cup of Parmesan. And I'm going to save out some for the top But there's the Parmesan. And here is my Swiss cheese that I have shredded. You could use Gruyere if you'd like, but I am going to save out a little bit of that cheese as well for the top. And we're just going to mix this in. I have a sweet friend named Stella who I met in Dario the other day, and she has requested a chicken Alfredo, and I have not forgot her, but this is very close to my chicken Alfredo, the Alfredo sauce I make. What I would put in it that I didn't put in this is sun-dried tomatoes, but I am going to be making that in the next few weeks for her. I've had all these plans lined up, and so it's coming for her, just for Miss Stella. If she's the only one who watches it, that's who it's for. She was a beautiful young lady who I think is going to enjoy cooking one day. And her dish that she wanted me to make for her or on the channel was chicken Alfredo. So it is definitely going to be coming up real soon. Alright, I've got some splatter over here from where I was frying the chicken. I'm going to clean that up while that continues to melt down. And it's clumping together. The cheese is clumping. All right, so I will bring you back in just a little bit. We're going to let this cook down and thicken a little bit. And then we're going to put this casserole together and get it in the oven, and it is going to be amazing. All right, everybody, I've brought this delicious looking sauce over here. And we're just going to cover up a lot of the cheese is hanging out. And that is totally fine because it's going to get all in there. Okay. Now, oh, this looks so good. Oh my goodness. Hey, and I've got a secret if y'all won't tell anybody. If you can't tell, it's low carb. Who would have thought? Okay, so on top of this, let's go in with some Swiss cheese. Now, I am going to cover this, and I'll tell you why. You don't have to cover this, but I'm only going to cover it for part of the time I cook it. But the reason being is just in case some of those asparagus are still a little firm and I want them softer, then that will help cook them down a little bit. But I'm only going to leave it covered for about the first 15 minutes of cooking, and then I will uncover it. And to the top of that, we're going to add some Parmesan. I didn't grate my own Parmesan. Okay, all right, and I'm just going to spray my tin foil with some spray so the cheese don't stick to it. And we're going in a 350-degree oven, like I said, for the first 15 minutes, and then I'll uncover it and we'll go another 15 minutes. So I cannot wait to try this casserole. I absolutely cannot hardly wait. Okay, we are sitting here at our island bar type thing.
Yep.
And here is...
It looks delicious.
I've actually already tasted it.
Yep.
Let me just say that the cheese will leave a lot of grease. So I took a ladle and scooped off some, and there's still plenty in there. So just so you know, the cheese does leave a lot of grease. Did you taste it?
Can I hear you?
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
All right, here we go. All right. Chicken, asparagus, cheese, mushrooms.
And if you don't like mushrooms, leave it out. If you don't like asparagus, put broccoli. I mean, you can make this any which way you want to.
It's really good. Very light. It's not real heavy.
Yeah, you would think it would be heavy with everything that was in it, but it's not.
It's not your traditional like heavy sauce from like a roux or something like that. It's really good.
Because there's no thickening in it, other than the cheeses.
Yeah. The flavor melds really good together. The asparagus, I'm an asparagus fan, so I really like that.
We both are.
That is a keeper.
I fixed him a side of a baked potato.
Yep.
And I'm just eating a casserole. So super good.
What kind of side dish would you serve that with?
Maybe rice.
Yep.
Of course, a potato. Because you got your green in here.
Yep. So.
I think it only needs one side. If you have to have a side.
It's kind of like a casserole, but it's not really
maybe
a casserole.
Mac and cheese.
That would be good.
Because there's nothing carby in here. Like starchy or carby. If there's no rice or anything. So, I mean, you could do rice as a side.
No pasta, no noodles. So.
That's what I'm saying. If you like some pasta, some mac and cheese would be good as a side.
Yep, really good.
All right, guys. Well, this was a fun one to make, and it just gave me a little break from the crock pot. But we'll be right back on them tomorrow. And not sure what's coming up in the crock pot, but we'll figure out something. So thank you guys so much for joining. Isn't it nice to have him back? He was here for the chocolate cake, and now he's here for this dish. So
Been a busy week.
It has. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Remember, the grease is hot enough.
Hang on.
Oh,
She forgot.
be sure to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't done so, and be sure to share my videos on your social media. That is the greatest way you can support us, by subscribing and sharing. So thank you so very much. Remember, the grease is hot enough. Can I say it now?
You can say it.
The grease is hot enough. You can fry anything. Bye, y'all.